I wish I had so much video of what just went on.
I don't want to talk about it.
You were like an octopus on roller skates, just trying to plug in, trying to send me the reviews. The videos are blurry. I can't function. It was literally...
I can't help it if I want this thing to be good. Okay?
You can lower your expectations significantly because that's the world I live in. I go into these knowing full well that this is going to be a hot heap of smoking garbage, and that's about as high as we can go.
Okay.
Hey. It really was just like you were Bambi on ice skates, just trying to get it together, you know.
And you sit over there all smug. I don't want to hear it.
I do sit over here all smug. It's what I do. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm the smug half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
You really are. Hi guys, I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 71 of the podcast.
71.
Guys, it has been a heavy week, and we just want to acknowledge that right out of the gate. And we've always promised, I'm talking worldwide here, a heavy week in the world. And we've always promised to the extent that we can,
to the extent that we are capable.
That we will be a place where we can come and lay that down, lay the heaviness down, and be nonsensical and laugh and tell stories and celebrate.
That's where I
family.
come in, the be nonsensical portion of the whole thing.
So I just want to acknowledge that right out of the gate. Guys, we're aware, man, it's a heavy time in the world. But we hope that you'll understand that our purpose here is to laugh and be nonsensical and to try to bring us all out of that for an
large part to how unbelievably underqualified we are to speak on anything of substance.
Speak for yourself.
I am unqualified to speak on literally anything of substance.
That's not true. What you been up to, brother?
I have spent the weekend getting, like, if the universe was a person, that could hold you down and punch you in the face over and over and over.
Brandon.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Really?
But yes.
Why?
Have you not been made aware of the fact that my automobile has exploded on my birthday?
It was your birthday.
Happy birthday, Brandon. Here's an exploding engine Jeep Grand Cherokee out of nowhere as I was playing a gig out in the cold.
Yeah,
and
I
then I
hear
decided to drive home. It's been
not a great birthday.
Worst birthday.
Dang it.
Yeah. You know, but here's the thing.
Okay.
If I turned 41 and was happy about it, I'd be like, man, 42 is going to suck. I better soak up 41, but I'm looking forward to 42. Can I fast forward and have a better one?
Darn it.
Whatever my car is then, not explode?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
So you had 2 gigs this weekend?
I had, one the weekend and one a couple days before.
In the week before, right. How did those go?
They went fine. I had some hot hands.
Okay. Was that the solution?
They just showed up on my porch one day as if some sort of hot hands fairy exists.
Did someone purchase you hot hands?
Crindy is the hot hands fairy.
Oh, Crindy.
And I would be lying if I said that I'm not holding a hot hands as we speak. Because I just got back from running errands. I have to go run errands after this. Mm-hmm. I went on a walk. They're updating my AT&T. I took Leo. Can I tell you something that I just did?
Sure.
That was dumb.
Okay.
Of me.
Please.
My dog is anxious.
Yes.
We know this. He's a thunder boy.
Yes.
He will freak out at the mere sign of any sort of loud noise, whatever.
Yeah.
4th of July. He does not celebrate.
Inconsolable.
He does not. He sides with the British.
Yes, he does.
Anyways,
he's a red coat.
He's a red coat. He is. But here's so stupid. What?
So stupid.
Sir Leo Birdwell. Leonardo Birdwell the Third. Leopold. Better. Way better. So he just. Like he needed to go get a second round of flu shots, because that's a thing that
That's a
dogs
thing
need
that
now,
dogs
apparently.
do
I had
now.
to go get him vaccinated for COVID, and then I got him, I put a mask on him. It's a whole thing. He's not been within 6 feet of a dog in years, in a fortnight, in a fork knife. And so I took him to get his shot.
Yeah.
He handled it great.
Yeah.
And then as a reward, you would think, get him a pup cup.
Sure.
A little puppuccino,
Yeah.
something. But instead, I decided I'm going to run through the car wash. And so I took the dog. I don't know why, but the most anxious dog when it comes to loud noises and foreign situations and like crazy sights and sounds. I was like, we're going to run through the car wash real quick. Didn't think about it. Can I tell you how hard I got headbutted square in my face as that dog tried to dive across the car to find some sort of solace?
Oh, buddy.
And then the minute he did it was the minute the car wash started, and I was like, this is gonna be a minute.
It's going to be a long 3 minutes.
Longest car wash that has ever happened.
No.
And when he gets anxious, he drools everywhere. He literally loses all control of bodily functions. I gotta go check if there's pee in there.
Oh, no.
You wash the inside and the outside.
Poor Leo.
Sham, wow. But man, he literally, it was like someone shot him out of a cannon at my face. And he hit me. I'm so surprised that I don't have a black eye right now because that dog.
Is he okay now?
Oh, are we worried about him? Can we worry about me?
Oh, Leo. And did he get the big eyes?
He got the big eyes.
Captain Jack Sparrow
It was,
eyes.
and honestly, it was one of those things where you have to just take a second and be like, this is on me.
Yeah, I did this.
This is no one else's decision. This is quite literally, I've made this bed.
Oh, my gosh.
And now I'm going to take it through the car wash.
Wow.
So now I'm home.
So now you're home.
And Leo's fine.
Oh my gosh. You've lived a lifetime in this morning.
It's been a lot. I took a walk to try to decompress before the day began.
Complete the stress cycle.
I tried to do that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's been a morning, and it's going to be an afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
It's a day. It's a weird day.
Yeah, yeah.
But I hope
Okay.
you, the other podcastor,
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
auteur. Shut up. That's a filmmaker. It's God. These hot hands feel great. It's
I want
wonderful. It's
some.
wonderful. You want one? There's a box over there.
Oh, good.
It'll cost you but I will say, hopefully, based on the tone in my voice, you can tell that at least I'm processing it in a positive way.
Yeah, you sound great.
How about this guy?
You sound great.
How about this guy?
So, speaking of hot hands and processing things,
Ladies and gentlemen, the master of the segue, Ashley
I'm so
Engle.
good at it.
You're great.
I'm good at it.
God, can I tell you something that I would pay good money for? Speaking of segues, you writing a segue.
You've already talked about this on the podcast. No one cares. Okay, number 2.
I'd give you all of my hot hands for the mere sight of it.
Not worth it. Okay, so you played.
One of those helmets with little mirrors that hang off the sides so you can see people behind you. Me. Like a little one of those horns. Bike bell. Bring, bring.
It would be a sight to see.
Here comes Shlee
I'm not doing
on her Segway.
what?
And she's got mirrors.
Yeah, she does.
She can see everything. Anyway, what were you going to say?
Serious.
Speaking of hot hands.
Speaking of hot hands,
And we're back.
how was your outdoor gig in Wynnewood?
So it was only an hour and a half, this one.
Okay. That's half of your last one.
It's half of a 3, but the 3 was under a heater.
Yeah.
Better. But I had one hot hands in each pocket.
Okay.
Sound was great. Sound people were great. Hosts and hostesses were great. It was a super crowded event.
Yeah.
I was sandwiched between the raffles. People went in bikes and Blackstones and a NASCAR experience. And here's Brandon, who's ready to sing sad songs. And occasionally he's going to drop in one, Hey, Brandon just sang a sad song. Now it's time for No Diggity. 2, 3, 4. What? Hey, y'all's up next. Who's ready? Anyways.
It's the best set.
Hey, can we wrap this up? We've got to give away a gift basket. Reggie from maintenance just won a grill.
It's like, Reggie, it's like on that thing you do Table 4, your pizza's ready. Were they using your mic?
Table 19. And yes, they were. I literally stood behind the guy doing the raffles. And then they're like, and now the next band is up. And I came up and I'm like, it's just one of me. And
It's just me.
Yeah, table 19, your pizza's ready. The other day I was at Frenzy Brewing. They have a Oak City pizza menu on their bar. And it just says table 19. And it made me laugh so hard. I sent it to Cody and Ted.
Well done, Frenzy Brewing.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know if it was intentional, but it was funny. But gig went great. Had hot hands in each pocket. The last 2 songs, the hands started to act up a little bit. But
You said, you get back in line, you.
Be gone.
Be gone.
Be gone.
Reynolds.
Big on Reynolds. That's a good t-shirt. But they started to act up, but the 2 songs didn't give them enough time to really interfere with the playing.
Good.
Had it been a 2-hour gig, we might have turned a corner.
Okay.
But as it turns out, we did great.
Okay. So we think that
My hands were just warm enough to grab my check and bounce.
Cha-ching.
Okay, next up, we're going to auction off some Cutco knives.
Sorry, gotta go. Gotta drive home and have my car explode.
Bart from accounting. I hope you make some crudité with this.
These cut through an aluminum can,
This is going to help with your mise en place.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad it went well. I really thought about you.
It went fine.
And I'm glad that Crindy came through with the hot hands.
She did. It was a clutch move.
Here's what we know about Crindy. She listens to the pod.
And only her.
Yeah.
It's Crindy.
Hey, but we knew that's what was going to happen.
Crindy just jumps around to a bunch of different IP addresses. Just trying to, she's on a mission of self-esteem.
That's right.
These 2 kids.
These kids. Okay, I have some news.
You don't say.
And I don't know how I do know how it's going to be received, but I'm going to share it anyway.
So negatively. is what it is.
Here's what I want to lead in.
Okay.
We're going to slow entry here. Friday night, as you know, I purchased tickets to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie experience.
Yeah, I do know that.
Because I myself have not been entrenched in Swift culture. No. I myself would not consider myself to be a Swiftie.
Go ahead.
But my daughter...
What would you consider yourself to yourself?
Yeah, that's another conversation. But this is in relation to Taylor Swift. So my daughter, Hope, is into her music. She and her bestie, Whitley, are big Taylor Swift fans. And so is Whitley's mom, Kristen. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Whitley.
Oh, dang. Whitley a Swiftie?
Whitley's a Swiftie. So we got tickets for the girls because I don't know if you know this, but tickets to The Real Thing are real hard to come by and expensive.
Yeah, it's to take all your hot hands.
So this seemed like a very reasonable alternative. So we go to dinner beforehand. We go to P.F. Chang's.
Sure.
Delightful. Haven't been there in years.
Lettuce wraps and Taylor Swift.
Enjoyed.
Yeah.
So then we show up at the AMC in Quail Springs Mall.
Okay.
Which reminded me of the olden days of yore when this was pre-kids. You guys were young marrieds. Jeff and I were young marrieds. And we would go to the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And we'd get nugs and sneak them in my big purse.
Put them in the big purse.
And go watch movies.
Put them in the big purse. And you've never felt more superior to other humans.
I know.
As when they sit down with their popcorn and their milk duds.
Junior mints.
Peasants. And you slowly set a picnic up on your lap.
With all the sauces.
Oh, what? 1 12-piece? Nah, dog. 2 12-pieces. That's 24 nugs. These chickies did not die in vain. And then here I line up my sauce options, my soptions across.
Totally.
Oh my God.
Listen, that was living.
Yeah, it was.
Pre-kids.
And I would, every bite, I would look around and be like, who looking at me?
It's dark in here.
Who's jelly? Who smells my feast?
And then when the workers would walk by, you'd kind of have to shield it.
Nice tamales, nerd.
Hot tamales. Okay, so we show up at the AMC. And when I tell you that it was overrun with Swifties of all kinds.
I cannot imagine the nightmare that
It was great.
Okay.
It was great. So Hopi and Whitley dressed up. They dressed up from the Lover era. So they had like pastels and sequins and very girly. Hope, we did part of her hair pink. They had the friendship bracelets that they made because this is a thing. I don't know if you know this. You make bracelets with beaded words that are like Taylor Swift album titles.
Yeah, no, I made one. It just says, no, thank you. I've got one. I stack them. One says no thank you. One says nah dog. One says that ain't it.
That ain't it.
One says quit twirling. Hey, you from the Witch's Coven era.
Oh.
Quit twirling and casting spells at the AMC. I'm trying to eat my nuggets.
Send you some videos.
Could you stop making voodoo dolls of Jake Gyllenhaal out of sticks? Can you please stop stabbing that pillow that looks oddly like John Mayer? And quit twirling. Who twirls in public?
Okay.
Twirl at home.
Brandon,
If you're gonna twirl, listen. Listen. Sometimes after a long week, I just clear out the living room. I just move the coffee table to the side. I put on my flowiest house garment, and I just twirl. I just twirl the week away. You know, sometimes it's like trying to wash that situation right out. I'll sit there,
Yeah.
and I'll just start chanting.
Yeah.
And I'll stack my bracelets.
Yeah.
And I'll put on my house cloak.
And twirl it.
I'll twirl.
And shake it off.
And you know what I won't do though? I'm not gonna go to an AMC and twirl.
So continue.
Twirling's personal. It's twirling's personal time.
Personal.
Twersenal. Taylor, tell your army of minions to twirl in private.
Okay. Listen. Listen.
Floppy hats.
Do you know what? There were no floppy hats. Here's
Do you know who you want to sit behind at the AMC at a Swiftie thing? No one, because everyone's stacking. Everyone's got the cranium accessories, whether it's a side pony or a top knot or a big floppy Coachella hat or like a witch hat, or if they're like swinging their broom around.
a witch hat. There are no witch hats.
Spilling their cauldrons. What is happening?
I'm trying to tell you what's happening.
Illuminati.
Okay. That's what your other bracelet says.
It says Illuma, but it's in
Not.
it's in a UGHT.
That's even better than mine. Illuminati. Little Illuminati. Okay, so we show up, Swifties everywhere. We're talking sequins. Well, so here's the thing about the Eras Tour.
God, if you wanted to rob the suburbs, that's the night.
Rob Edmond.
It's like if you're like casing a neighborhood in North Edmond,
That's it.
and you want to just go through just looting, they're all twirling at the mall,
At the AMC.
at the AMC.
Okay, so they went in their Lover era, which sequins, pastels, whatever. I went in the Evermore era, and you won't know what that means. But what
Yeah, I
that
do.
is it's how I
It's
normally
a burlap
dress.
sack.
Basically,
It's beige.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I wore my I first of all put off planning my own outfit until about 7 minutes before. I
Sure.
go in and I'm like, okay, shackets. She does a braid and she wears like some work hiking boots.
Here comes the mayor of Mauve City.
That's it.
Just I'm gonna
Beige.
beiges.
I wore a long wool coat.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like anything. But anyway, so we show up and it is a subculture.
Yeah.
It is something else.
It's a coven.
No.
It's a coven.
But people of all ages. We had men there. We had women there.
Sure.
We had dads there. There was a dad there with all his gals, his wife, and so many daughters.
How was he doing?
He looked great. He was wearing a tailor shirt. He was happy to be there. But let me tell you this. So we get
In
there.
his head, though, I used to be someone.
Maybe, but he was there.
I used to be so cool.
He was there. So we show up and there are like picture spots with like big posters and stuff. And you get a poster with your ticket.
Okay.
So we all got a poster.
Sure.
And then they had a special edition tote and glow wand.
Yeah.
Those were sold out.
Of course they were.
But we did get the collectible popcorn tin and plastic cup.
Okay.
While we're standing in line, you have grown women, friendship bracelets wrist to elbow, trading with my 10-year-old. I can't tell you how many hours these women have devoted to the friendship bracelets. So many hours.
They could have been devoting that time to making friends,
Well,
but instead,
I respect it. Within the Taylor culture, I respect it. Here's the best thing I saw.
something followed you home.
I
don't like this. Something's got you.
I know.
Something's got you. The coven got you.
She put a spell on me.
Did you twirl?
I did not twirl.
You twirled.
Nope.
I see it in your eyes. You okay, no thank you. Look at the bracelet. No thank you.
I'm just a little Illuminati. I do have news, but I'm going to get to that. So the coolest thing I saw in terms of
This
outfits,
started with I have news. You still haven't made it to the news.
I haven't made it yet because I'm setting it up because I know you're going to shut it down. So there's a woman in front of us who's trading bracelets with my daughter. She has a crocheted sweater. The whole back of it is the album. Each album is represented, each era in the thing. And I said, listen, I don't know much about Taylor Swift, but I do know that this sweater is spectacular. And she said, thanks, I made it. Once again, how many hours represented in this sweater? Mm-hmm. So we get our popcorn, we get our drink. Get in there. I have zero expectations, okay? Mm-hmm. The theater is packed. We are on the back row because I just snapped up whatever tickets I could. We get in there, and when I tell you, when that thing started, I was in it. When I tell you that this show, even on a movie screen, represents the height of what the music industry can offer us in 2023, I'm not kidding around. Mm-hmm. Taylor is at the top of the game.
Okay.
The top of it.
Okay.
Now, she may not be your cup of tea, but I get it now. I didn't get it.
Guys.
Get it, you guys. Am I a full-blown Swiftie?
You sound like it. Yeah, you sound like it.
I might be well on my way. I'm just saying it was. Here's the thing about Taylor Swift.
Go ahead.
She is flawless looking and as a performer. Flawless. Flawless sounding. The costumes on this thing.
She is not flawless sounding.
Breathtaking.
Backing tracks are flawless sounding
well,
on a movie
the
screen.
Sound on this thing.
Here's what I'll say.
Flawless.
You stop it. You stop it, she said through congested nose.
I know, it's ragweed.
I know. Here's the thing.
Don't you dare rain on my parade.
First off, I will. Okay? That's what I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. Here's the thing.
I'm here to rain on your parade.
I do not disagree with you.
Okay.
That I'm not finished yet.
Let me finish.
All right. I don't disagree that this show is clearly a spectacle. I do not disagree that they are putting on a big show and then there's a million moving parts.
Yeah.
What I refuse to acknowledge is that it is the pinnacle of what the music industry has to offer because
Maybe
it
it's
is
not your taste.
It's a giant lip syncing show is what it is.
She sang an acoustic set, a whole acoustic set.
She played 3 chords that she knows and played the acoustic set. Anyways,
guitar,
listen, here's the thing. I'm not going to hate because I also, in my age, as I get older.
I'm not going to hate, he says, as he hates.
Can I finish?
No.
Can I finish?
Sure.
I'm finished. No, listen, the older I get, the more that I can subscribe to the philosophy of if it's not for me, that's okay. It's just not for me. I do acknowledge
it's for a lot of people.
It's for more people than I am. It's for more people than anything that I've ever been into is for.
Yeah.
It's something else.
Yeah.
But, listen, I'm glad that you had a wonderful evening
at
a movie theater watching a bunch of people twirl and show off their crocheted garments and
Which brings me to the next point. Hang on. Guys, I'm telling you, I was outside all weekend for sports after post-concert, okay? Post-movie experience. I was outside in the wailing wind.
Wailing.
The ragweed is off the charts.
Yeah.
Got me good. So that brings me to my next point.
Go ahead.
You had various groupings of people. So we're in the back row. Next to me, I have a mother and a daughter. The daughter was she was a young adult gal, probably college age.
Okay.
When I tell you that these two people sang into each other's faces for the entirety of the concert, I'm not lying. Then a few down from them, you had a little gaggle of little uns, probably, age 8 to like 11, each dressed as a different era. Those girls stood and danced the whole time. Down front, right. This is what I kept sending you videos of.
The twirling.
You had a group of women who had to have been 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had on flowy garments. I don't know how to describe them. I think they were trying to go Evermore.
They were from the embarrassing era.
Yeah. They stood.
They were from the sit down Charlotte era.
So much twirling.
They were from the quit twirling and tend to your daughter Madison era.
I didn't see any daughters. I think they were just there together. There was so much hair tossing. I sent you that from the Reputation segment.
See, that's where I draw the line.
Okay.
That's
fine.
Adults.
I wasn't doing it.
You've clearly
I might
twirled.
if I go back. I didn't twirl.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, I kept sending you videos of that. Then at one point during Shake It Off, there was a father who had on a backwards ball cap.
Yeah.
He came over and started shaking with the diaphanous garments gals. And then he would shake out into the lobby. He might have been imbibing. I'm just saying. He shook it out into the lobby, came out in the other entrance, danced across the front of the thing, back out, lobby, back, just until that song was over.
Is it possible?
It was his jam.
Is it possible that there are middle-aged dudes who go to this to like troll on chicks? To pick up girls who are in this height of like twirling ecstasy.
Well, they were not paying attention to him. I'll tell you that.
Well,
much.
that's true.
They're busy.
They shook him right off.
They shook him off. Anyway,
Out of here, Fred Durst.
we don't have to spend any more time on that. But
Thank
guys,
you.
I just I'm telling you, I didn't get it. I get
People like it.
it now.
People like it. I can argue a million things, but I can argue how ridiculous middle-aged public twirling is.
Sure.
I can argue
that
I
as
can
well.
argue against witchcraft. I can argue against trading bracelets with children. I can argue against daddies dancing with the backwards hats. I can argue against a million things. But I'll tell you what I can't argue is that people do like it. I mean,
People,
what are you going to do?
it's a whole subculture. And my eyes have been opened, is what I'm saying.
Some people like it, some people don't. You know how Jeff described my shorts the other day? I told him that they're my most polarizing garment.
Yeah.
And he said, I said people either love them or they hate them. He goes, "You're wearing olives." And I was like,
Olive shorts.
they're like olives.
Yeah.
People either love them or they hate them.
But not the same people who like olives like the shorts, because that's me. I like olives.
But you don't like my shorts.
I mean,
I like that you are so used to me wearing them all the time that you look down just assuming that I was wearing them and I'm not.
it's too cold for
I'm
them.
wearing joggers.
It's chilly.
It's chilly and I was wearing tall socks earlier and I'm trying to cover up my sock line. I'm not trying to let people see that.
We really dipped down this weekend in the temps.
We did. It's
great.
wonderful. It's great. I love it.
I was not prepared though at the games. I've never been so cold at a sporting event.
Hot hands.
It was because of the wind. If the wind hadn't been blowing,
Temps aren't as bad. It's the wind.
Yep.
The wind is the real culprit.
and we live in the right place for it. I'll tell you that much.
It's where it comes sweeping down the plane.
I'll tell you what happened on Saturday though.
Please.
One of those moments in parenting that I will file away and treasure in my heart forever. Asher Engle.
We went back to the Taylor Swift show.
No.
And how I twirled.
This time it was outside.
We circled hands and we started skipping. Someone started saying something in Latin. I don't know what happened.
Hope and I sang into each other's faces for 3 hours. That's the other thing. It was 3 hours long and they even cut some of it out. The woman is a marvel, is what I'm saying.
It's a long show.
Okay. Asher Engle plays football, right? He has been working on the side on kicking. Like he really loves to kick. He would love to be a kicker. But at his age and in his league.
Kicking's not a super high priority at that age.
Exactly.
Although he's getting a jump start on it.
Well.
So by the time that it becomes more of a thing, maybe it'll be,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is something that he has chosen to do and develop on his own time, of his own volition, the whole thing. So we take him out on the weekends sometimes and he'll kick at the field goal at the park and stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
Does he have a whole pre-kick routine?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, I love it. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's is different. Everyone's got their own.
V dramatic.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Jeff and I were talking about
it's
the
got
other
some
day.
It's got some sauce on it. I like that.
He does such a deep breath.
Yeah, he does.
And exhale.
It's so good.
And I said, "What are you doing, buddy?" And he goes, "I'm visualizing it going in."
Great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right? I know.
I love a pre-anything ritual, pre-batting, like
You had one.
Pre-bat ritual, pre-kick ritual, pre-free throw ritual. Love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, he's already got one.
Great.
We'll
Ahead of the game.
Yeah. So the other day at practice, granted they have 2 games left in the regular season. okay. The other day at practice, he's just noodling, just kicking, just for fun. And his coaches are like, we didn't know you could do that. What is this?
Did you say
hidden talent?
Did you say pay attention, dummies?
No. So anyway, I show up at the game. I'm freezing, ill prepared.
Yeah.
I had dug around in my car and found a shacket that was not sufficient.
It was not sufficient.
So I show up and
Funnier than you acted. Shacket wasn't sufficient.
That's right. So I show up and he's.
Guys.
I'm trying to get through my story.
I'm gold nuggies over here. I'm smuggling in gold nuggies.
Okay. Stop.
Never,
Stop.
ever. No, never, never.
Okay. So he's practicing and I'm like, oh, shoot. Badger's going to get to kick in the game. Sure enough, they score. The other team was up 6-0 for most of the game.
Okay.
We get down to like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Our team scores. And I see Asher on the sideline doing high kicks. And I think, oh, no.
Like with some other guys, like
coming.
linked arms,
Like a-
and they're
like a
just
kick
doing like a
line.
kick line.
Yeah, just for fun.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And up and up.
And fan kick and and
Bowing up.
shuffle ball change and jazz hands.
So I'm like, oh no. And I text Jeff because he was with Hope at her soccer game. We were split this day. And I said, please say a prayer for your son because he's about to kick for the first time ever in a football game.
Did he say Hope's been kicking this whole time?
Okay. So sure enough, Asher goes out there. And when I tell you this was like a movie moment, the stands, because all of them were like, we didn't know we could do this. Asher.
Oh, yeah.
Asher. The whole stands. I have my phone. I am shaking. I am weeping. He gets there. The snap is high.
I am shaking. I am weeping. Yes, the Engle story.
They snap it. It's high.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh no, oh no. His form looks great. Kicks it. Skims the top of the
Go
thing.
ahead. Go. No. Go ahead.
goalpost.
Nobody tell her.
The goalpost.
Nobody tell her.
Skims it. You can hear it. It's like dong. And everyone's like, oh. So I put my phone down because I'm like, oh no. Wah! And it went through. So the video is amazing because I like put it back up. When you hear me on the video, I send it to you guys. I'm like, sure. Like it was embarrassing. Crying. It was such a moment. Asher was tackled by his whole team. So we're up 8-6. And I think, well, this wins the game.
Was that a touchdown that got you from that? You should be up 7-6.
Well, in this league, it's worth 2 points. Don't know why.
Just arbitrarily making up
I don't know
rules?
why. I don't know why, but in this league, it's worth 2. So anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Give him 2.
Give them 2. They're 12.
His mom's weeping. Give him 2 points.
She needs it. She'll still cry. It won't help.
She'll double cry. This is having the opposite effect.
Totally.
Give her a half point. Calm this woman down. It's like you took her through a car wash. She's out of control.
She's twirling.
She's twirling, headbutting, drooling.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but anyway, so I think, okay, well, they won. It's going to be a whole thing. And then with 5 seconds left in the game, the other team makes a touchdown.
Some other kid kicks a longer field goal from the other team. And his mom just keeps it together. She acts like she's been there before.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, but it was such a sweet moment. And in the car on the way home, Asher was just riding high. He was they lost the game, which was a bummer. But for him personally, it was a very sweet moment.
The way I want that story to end is I want the other team to break away and be running for a touchdown. And you to not be able to bear the idea of them not winning, and you just run out on the field and tackle the kid.
In my shacket.
For Asher! And you just run out there.
Who is this crazy person?
Who is this? Just limbs, just sharp knees and elbows coming out of the stands.
Oh my God.
Leaving just wet eye water everywhere. Tackles and then gets up and her celebration dance is just a big old twirl.
Yes.
Her shacket flowing in the Oklahoma wind.
Oh my gosh. But it was such
Take
a
that,
sweet
Jake
moment.
Gyllenhaal.
That's right. Also, the Yukon football team. Take that. Anyway, it was just such a sweet moment that I will treasure forever, and I know he will too. First kick in a game, made it.
Yeah, it's great.
Tackled by his
Listen,
teammates.
that could have gone.
awesome.
That could have gone the other way.
I know.
That could have gotten shanked hard, and he rose to the occasion.
He did it.
I love it.
And that's the thing about him too. I think kicking is a good fit for him because he's pretty unflappable. This boy.
He's even keel.
Yeah.
Also,
which
I
you need.
feel like
I could never be a kicker.
starting kicking early, I feel like is a kind of an awesome differentiator if you want to play like at a higher level.
Yeah.
Because fewer people are going to be experts at kicking because
Right.
they're not going to dedicate all their time to it.
Right.
And you don't need to be an absolute behemoth of a person
Right.
to kick
Right.
at like a collegiate level or whatever.
Right.
Like
Yeah. He's
little guys.
he's built like a kicker. He's
and
lean.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be 6'5", 260 pounds.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I know.
But he's going to be like an athletic little guy, and he's going to practice kicking.
I know.
This is great. Let's cut with this little
Let's do it.
meal ticket.
Let's
do
it.
go meal ticket.
Also, it makes me feel a little bit more secure.
Ticket. Meal
Sure.
ticket. Pay
Meal
for
ticket.
stuff. Meal ticket.
Okay. Anyway, it was awesome.
Lake house. Sea dues.
Sea dues.
Come on.
Everyone's chanting Asher, and I'm just chanting sea dues.
Uncle Brandon needs dental insurance.
Early retirement.
Uncle Brandon's tired of working. Meal ticket.
New car engine.
Yeah, gosh, just one field goal at a time, helping Uncle Brandon out of the financial abyss.
Oh my gosh. One fun thing, I'm going to go back to the mall for just a moment. I had not been in an actual physical mall in
I like to go to a mall.
a long time.
I'll go walk around a mall from time to time.
It was very nostalgic.
It's great. And you were at Quail, so did you see that like almost the whole ground floor on one area is this crazy arcade now?
Yes, and an aquarium.
Aquarium.
They've got that aquarium.
But there's an aquarium and there's an arcade.
That arcade is huge.
It's huge.
I don't know. I just feel like it's sad that they're having to put stuff into malls to get people to come to them.
Well, I mean, you can't go to an aquarium on the internet.
Yeah, but back in the day, the mall was the
It
destination.
was a gathering spot.
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius.
Corn dog on a stick.
Corn dog on a stick.
Yeah.
Both of them together.
Yeah.
I'm carbo loading.
The Gap.
Because tomorrow I'm going to do this all again.
I'm coming back.
I don't have anything to do that I'm carbo loading for.
But I just remember, I mean, for us, we did not grow up in a town with a mall.
Hastings and Walmart.
That was the pinnacle. So we would come on the weekend if we had some shopping to do. Let's say back to school shopping.
Let's say it.
Let's say it. I'll say it.
I'll say it. You said it. We're saying it.
And that
Let's
was
say I
just
needed to buy a
such an
flowy
event.
garment for a concert movie.
Let's say I needed to buy some lawman jeans at the Buckle.
Yeah, let's say I needed to buy some sage to twirl through.
Yes. Yes, you're really doubling down on the witchcraft.
Because it's
and
ridiculous.
Honestly, it wasn't like that
First off,
at all.
how are sage and witchcraft mutually exclusive? Do they belong together?
No, you've just been leading us in this direction, and I don't like it.
Okay, first off, Taylor's the only person leading anyone in any direction. Let's be real. And she's leading us all in just circles.
Stop it. Anyway, it was very nostalgic being back in the mall, and the girls loved it.
It's great.
And I thought, well, this is really, I mean, Hope has been to the mall, but it's been a minute, and she probably didn't remember. So
I like a mall. I like to go to a mall. Like occasionally I'll just go and walk through a mall.
I kind of feel like do you think they're going to make it
I don't know.
post-COVID?
I don't know.
I don't like to shop in person much anymore.
Well, you're the problem.
And I used to.
You literally just said, I hate that they're having to put stuff in for people
Well,
to go
I
to the
do, but
mall.
also
And then
I
you
don't wanna
turned
go
around
try things
in
on
the
in a
very next
fitting
breath
room.
and said, I'm not going.
Do you like trying things on in a fitting room?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Do you
care.
like to shop or just be there?
I like to just go.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll go to an Apple store.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it there.
Sometimes I'll walk into Lids.
I thought of Lids.
I'll
I
go
said
into
to
Lids.
Kristen, I was like, this was a big deal when Brandon could come up to the Foot Locker in Lids.
I'll go to Lids and I'll look around and be like, I should get that hat.
And then you don't.
And then inevitably I walk out
Yeah.
without a hat, hatless,
Sure.
other than the hat in which I came in.
Yeah.
But I like a mall. I enjoy a mall. I liked when there used to be bookstores in malls.
Yeah, but there aren't anymore. That's the thing.
No.
So many
Sometimes
of the stores,
I'll peel off and go to a Barnes and Noble and I'll walk around.
just the smell of a Barnes and Noble. I like it.
I like a Barnes and Noble.
I just was so struck by the fact that many of the stores in this particular mall are not even national chains anymore. They're just weird, like local one-off stores.
Yeah, some of them are like, hey, come on into this escape room. Hey, come on into this airsoft gun
Stuff
shooting
like that.
gallery.
Yeah.
Who wants to do cosmic putt-putt?
That's exactly what it is.
Sorry, let me find my most applicable bracelet. No, thank you.
Right?
No, thank you, cosmic
No,
putt-putt.
thank you. And here's another thing. I worry about...
Cinnabon, though, yes.
Oh,
Cinnabon, though, yes.
smells great.
Smells great, tastes great.
Yeah.
Cinnabon, though, yes.
Yes. I worry about the safety of a mall these days.
Go ahead.
Like back in the day, I think parents were much more apt to drop their kids off at the mall for a movie in the arcade and like some food.
Yeah.
I would not do that these days. I really wouldn't. I've had some creepy experiences at malls of late.
You want to tell me about them?
Not necessarily in this episode.
Very cool.
Yeah.
This
One
is
time,
good.
Crindy and I were at the mall with Hope, and we were followed by a gent for a long time, and we had to ask the security to escort us out.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying.
Yeah.
He made no bones about it. Crindy even said, and this is one of the reasons I love Crindy. She's very brave.
She'll confront a situation.
She will.
She will do
And
it.
she is very, she's strong. She's not scared to confront someone.
No.
And she literally said, we were in a shoe store. This was when Hope was very young. And the gentleman, it was very obvious what he was doing. Even other people came up and said, hey, that guy, he's following you. He's being creepy. It was weird, super weird. Crindy looked at him across the aisles of shoes and she pointed at him and she said, hey, I see you.
Golly.
And he just ducked his head, but he kept following us. And so we got the security.
You know, there's something to be said for persistence.
No.
He's doing it.
No.
Here's the thing.
No.
If you're gonna, would
Do
you
not defend him.
Would you disagree that if you're gonna do something, do it right?
Okay.
So if you're gonna stalk people through a mall, do it with gusto.
I'm telling you what, it was
Dance like no one's watching. Stalk like no one's watching. Love like you've never been hurt.
Stop it.
Twirl like you've never twirled before.
It was awful.
Get your trench coat on.
Stop it. But
Get your mustache waxed.
I was really proud to be Crindy's daughter that day.
Comb the little bit on top you've got over. And you stalk.
Stalk like
You
no
stalk.
one's watching.
Stalk like no one's watching, Barney. You get no respect during the week.
None.
Your supervisor yelled at you today. You go stalk some unsuspecting ladies at the shoe carnival.
Tell you what, though, we did suspect it.
And you reward yourself with a Cinnabon after, because you know what? Stalking takes carbs. Stalking takes carbs.
It was terrifying, though.
I bet.
And I thought, oh, I'm never coming here again by myself. And I was with Crindy.
I just feel
Thank
like,
God, because she protected us.
you know, I don't know if if I'm undesirable, but I've never been stalked through a mall. What does that say about me?
It says that you're a man who's 6'4". Imposing.
Am I so undesirable that no one will stalk me through a Neiman's?
Through a cosmic putt-putt?
Through a that no one will stalk me to the cosmic putt-putt? That no one will come to the airsoft range to try to lure me to a panel van?
Oh, it's not funny, but it is. Oh my God.
What's wrong with me?
Okay.
A lot, actually, is the answer.
Okay. News from the Nextdoor app.
Okay.
Okay. This one comes from Margie, name protected.
Okay.
This is what Margie said. I have a Ford Focus.
Go on. Flex, first off. Big flex, Margie.
Where do you Ford drivers take your cars for real and maintenance service? Thanks. I don't need any wisecracks either. I just need to know where people take their Fords.
I like how she's just like preemptively being a butt about it. Like, easy, Margie.
You honestly have to on the Nextdoor app. I don't need any wisecracks.
Dude, seriously, she's jumping topics. She needs to focus.
I loved it though. It just you get the impression that Margie is no nonsense.
You get the impression that Margie would tell a stalker that she sees him across a shoe store, is what you get.
Hey,
Margie sees you.
listen though, Margie drives a Ford Focus also.
Yeah, she does.
No fuss.
No fuss, no muss.
No muss.
No muss, no
with
fuss.
A Focus driver.
No.
We're practical. Mm-hmm. We're economic. Mm-hmm. And we don't need any wisecracks.
And we don't need any wisecracks. We shan't be tolerating them. Before you even try, internet.
It was so good. I don't know if she found a good place, but
I doubt it.
it's probably not up to her standards.
Who's going to help Margie? Everywhere is going to have some wisecracking.
If you're there.
Cracking wise.
Okay, guys, we also have something that we used to do often, haven't done it in a while, accidental texts.
Oh.
We love these. We like to read your texts that you get accidentally.
That's right. That's right there in the name. Listen, guys, here's the thing. Take a hint from Margie and focus. Ashley is telling you what you need to hear. It's accidental texts. They're not on purpose, and they're texts
that you get.
That you get accidentally. So there's that.
Okay. But we used to get these all the time. Guys, send them our way if you get them.
Send them on purpose, but when you get them, make sure they're accidental. Because the segment's compromised if they're on purpose.
Okay. So here's one that we get. Okay. Hey, Mike. Jeff received this one, my husband. Hey, Mike, are you busy right now? Anna and I are going sailing in a few days. Is that yacht you chartered still in the harbor?
Okay.
I think your yacht is a good choice for the sea, or you can help us find a swan boat.
Yep. That's it. That's it.
What? Is the yacht you chartered still in your harbor?
That feels like a weird euphemism to me.
I don't know. It probably is.
Easy. Easy, lady.
I don't need any wisecracks.
I don't need you
Mike.
in here cracking wise.
Anyway, that one was funny. And then he also got this one. Lucy, John invites us to have dinner with you tomorrow. And Jeff asked me, should I accept? And I said, absolutely not.
Man, John's got to be...
They're fishing.
John's inviting people by proxy. Mm-hmm. John feels important.
John invites us to have dinner with you tomorrow.
Yeah, that feels like a cult.
Feels like Taylor cult.
Oh, see, I didn't even take it there, but you did.
Anyway,
Swiftly.
Okay, last week we talked about our a possible foray into the middle-aged streetwear industry. Mm-hmm. And we talked about possible names for that.
Okay.
And you threw out the name middle-aged ragers, which made me laugh a lot.
I did.
And I really did put some time and thought into this. I'm sure you didn't.
I did not at all.
Even though we agreed to.
Literally the minute it came out of my mouth, I forgot about it. That's how I do is you know how computers have the option to empty the trash automatically?
Sure.
Mine does it.
Okay.
Like with directions,
mm-hmm.
with things I say
names
to you, names.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But
I'm going to forget this conversation
ever happened.
In mere moments.
It's a good thing we're recording it for
Is it?
Posterity.
All
right. So I looked up synonyms for middle age to help. Okay. Boring adulthood, maturity.
Gross.
Afternoon.
Okay.
Evening.
Okay.
And ripeness.
Back half. Slow march. Deterioration. Dust in the wind.
Back hurts.
Yeah.
Achy joints.
Bitter. Resentful.
Strung out.
Teetering. Drowning.
Okay. So my proposals based on my synonym list.
Bygone. Used up. Leftovers.
Oh, God. Okay. My proposals.
Antique. Sorry.
See, this is the difference between the two of us. I actually have to prep and find my own list of synonyms, and you just got them off the top.
I live in it.
And then you'll forget them.
Sad.
Okay. Here's mine. House of afternoon.
Okay. But are you spelling it Haus? House. House of afternoons.
Second half couture.
Pretty good.
Or back half.
Yeah, pretty good.
And then 40-60.
Oh, that one feels kind of cool.
Official, but it's
worldwide.
Worldwide. God, so sad.
Balenci, not younger.
Oh my gosh. You might need to think about it. And here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to the next segment, and you're still going to be wheels turning on this, and you're going to just out of the blue, Balenci, not younger. Okay. This cracked me up, and I want to share this quickly. So our buddy Zeke, hi Zeke, was texting with actually our son Harrison. He was trying to get together with the high school boys with the youth leaders, and he screenshotted it and sent it to the rest of the leaders. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Guys, I think I just used trust correctly." Okay. And it was a big moment for him. He teaches high school and he's steeped in youth culture, but he now knows how to use trust correctly, which is one of Harrison's favorite words.
Okay.
Okay, but this week I learned some new stuff from Harrison in terms of youth slang. And guys, you're going to come to us for your youth slang.
Because that's what we do.
Because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We're House of Afternoon.
We're welcome.
So,
please peruse our offerings.
Okay, I got some new uses.
They run small. It's not you, it's us.
It's vanity sizing.
You haven't outgrown it.
Okay, I learned some new uses of Riz. Okay. So Harrison said that if somebody has a lot of Riz, like if they're good with, somebody they're trying to court, you might call him a Rizzler. You might call him a Rizzly Bear. You might call him the Wizard of Oz.
I might?
Yeah.
I won't.
And that's funny. And then I also learned...
It's just a bunch of it's just dad jokes.
Puns.
It's dad jokes.
Yeah, but it's youth jokes.
It's youth dad jokes.
It's different. The next one is gas.
Oh, yeah.
I
hate that one.
And I said, use it in a sentence. And he goes, oh, that's gas.
Yeah. It's like saying something's good. Cody and I had a whole conversation about it the other day about how much he hates it because someone he was with was saying it. Yeah. And he said something, and just to annoy him, I just said, oh, that's gas. And all he said back was, didn't like that. That was his response.
No thanks.
Yeah, no thank you. Would you like a bracelet?
And yeah, he said it's basically a synonym with fire or bussin'.
Yeah, no, it's gas.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a little bonus for you guys this week. How is your algorithm?
You know it's gas. It's gas. No, it's frogs.
What?
Started getting a bunch of frogs.
Critters.
No, like cartoon frogs.
Oh.
You know how I told you that they're giving me positive messages?
Oh, inspirational quotes.
They used to be inspirational quotes, like things about like actually high-minded rhetoric and things about like surrendering to the movement of the universe and understanding that challenges are merely opportunities to grow and expand and develop, that sort of stuff. Sure. And now it's just cartoon frogs saying things like, you're worthy.
Oh no, you're worthy.
You're special.
It's not easy being green.
If you send this to someone you find riveting. Like what if maybe if I put my lily pad next to yours? Stuff like that.
Oh God.
Hop along. It's all good.
Super weird.
It's just a bunch of cartoon frogs telling me I'm okay. Honestly? And I'm not.
Honestly, we could all use more cartoon frogs.
I don't know how it happened. Maybe because I lingered on the inspirational quotes.
Yeah.
And it seemed like I was taking too long to read them.
Sure.
And they're like, this guy needs it in snippets.
Yeah.
And he needs it from frogs.
He needs it in rippets.
This guy needs it in ribbit snippets. That guy took like 4 minutes to digest a 3-sentence quote. Let's just send him a frog that tells him he's ribbiting. Let's just send him a cute little like anime frog that says you're worthy.
Yes. I love
and that. I read them. And so now there's just going to be more.
Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
Anyway.
Well, send them to me. Guys, if you don't follow us on the socials, we're at CHWH Pod. Every Friday we do a How's Your Algorithm roundup, and we get all of our weirdest stuff from you, and I post it and share it on
All
Fridays.
right, how's your algorithm?
It's fun. Stop.
It's
People need the info.
they're worthy.
Yes.
Of it.
Okay. I've gotten a lot of Taylor.
Yeah,
Tay-Tay.
she's everywhere.
I've gotten a new account called Meat Church. Do you follow Meat Church?
It's like a seasoning. It's like the seasoning. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of recipes with meat. Lots of Halloween and fall stuff. What you been watching, reading, or listening to?
Halloween movies. I'm trying to think of the most recent one. They're all run together at this point. They're literally running together. By the way, dear friend of the pod, Amanda requested that we send her the cumulative list of Halloween movies.
I can post it. My friend Becky requested the same. We'll post it.
It's weird. So I've been in the studio working with Michael Trepanier and young
Michael.
Ethan Neal the last
Ethan.
several days on what I'm referring to as my mental health record.
Ooh.
It's sad boy music,
Okay.
but I'm really proud of it. And it's my it's like the record I've always wanted to make.
Brandon.
And
Is
so
it
I've
your
been,
manifesto?
I've just been, yep.
Okay.
It's a lot of talk directly to Taylor. No, it's not. But I'm really excited about it. And it's, so I've been working on that. And so I've just been
Can't
hearing a
wait
bunch
to
of that,
hear.
listening to mixes of that and doing all sorts of stuff. So that's kind of taken over my life. What's yours?
I can't wait to hear it. Listening to a lot of Taylor. I watched the Leanne Morgan comedy special on Netflix. You know, Crindy's a huge fan.
She's a huge fan.
It had me rolling. She was hilarious. We've watched Hocus Pocus 1 and 2.
Yes.
We watched Little Shop of Horrors last night.
Oh, fun.
Came to a realization, though, my glasses look a lot like Seymour Krelborn's. And that was disheartening.
I was going to say something.
Well, I want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to our friend Bippis, who listens regularly. Bippis, we love you. I want to give a shout out to my friend Amy J. She's been an original listener of the pod.
Amy J.
Amy J, I love you, Amy J.
Ooh, Amy J.
Guys, if you haven't given us a rating or review,
You're dead to us.
we would appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
And it helps us out more than you know. So just click that 5th star. Fills it right in for you. Brandon, what's your warm heart?
You jumped the gun on my warm heart. My warm heart was a very, very thoughtful, sweet message I received from Bippis this week. Just nice to know that there's people out there thinking about you and sending you good vibes and that you're able to do the same. Just nice to hear from good friends
Absolutely.
saying kind words. So what's
It's
yours?
one of the best things about this podcast is that it allows us to connect with people from the past.
Yes.
I love it. My warm heart is just this concert with my girl. We've had so much fun singing and listening and sharing that together.
You have fully assimilated. Your warm heart is Taylor Swift.
No, it's the experience.
All right, guys,
of
I'm going
my-
to twirl on out of here. No, thank you. Thanks, guys, for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Meal ticket. Sure. Get me out of here now. Okay, guys, talk later.
Bye.